Greetings, and in this short video presentation we're going to see how we go about importing a Metasploitable2 appliance into a VirtualBox. Metasploitable2 is an intentionally left vulnerable version of Ubuntu Linux and is designed for testing security tools and demonstrating common vulnerabilities. In our case, we're going to be using it to practice hacking into a Linux and or a Unix platform. Metasploitable comes with numerous vulnerabilities, and we'll be hitting on many of those as we go through the course. So even though we're going to be just doing the install here in the first section of the course, later on as we go through the course we'll be doing a lot more work with Metasploitable. The first thing we're going to have to do is download the image for Metasploitable2, and we're going to do that by using the link that is available inside of the lab. So I'm going to hold down my control key. I'm just going to click on the link. That's going to take me out to the internet, to the download site. As we've done in the past, I want to download this as quickly and as efficiently as I possibly can. So I'm going to use a download manager. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click on the download. And that's going to take me to the download page. I'm then going to right click on the direct link and I'm going to say copy link location. As we've done in our previous download labs, I'm going to use the download manager, in this case the free download manager, and I'm going to open and click on the plus sign, and from there you'll see that the link that we copied from the direct download is now available inside of my download manager. I'm just going to say OK to that. And it's now going to associate, and it should begin the actual download. And we can confirm that by looking at the amount of disks that we're going to be downloading. In this case, it's 832 megabytes, which would be correct. So I'm going to go ahead and say download, and in just a moment we'll have the download completed. So as we start this download, we see that the time starts to drop dramatically. So I'm all the way down to 2 minutes and 57 seconds for this large download of 832 megs. So once the download is complete, I'm now going to browse over to the download location, find the downloaded zip container, and I'm going to extract it. Now I currently have 7-zip installed, which is an archive utility, which can also extract archives. And what I'm going to do now is find my download. Here it is. I'm going to right click. I'm going to go to 7-zip, and I'm going to say extract here. But I'm also going to tell it to go ahead and build me a folder. I want it to extract to the Metasploitable Linux 2.0.0 folder. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And now the extraction process begins. Up inside of the VirtualBox Management Console, we're going to go to New. And we're now going to start the Create Virtual Machine wizard. From here, we're going to pull down the type, and we're going to select Linux. And from the version, we're going to select Ubuntu 64-bit. Here, we give it a user-friendly name. I'm going to call it Metasploitable2. On the next page, we can allocate the size of the RAM we want to use for this virtual machine. I'm going to increase mine to 1024 megabytes. I'm going to click Next. And now we're going to use an existing virtual hard disk. We now need to browse on over to the extracted folder for Metasploitable2. And I'm going to do this by clicking on to the icon. I'm going to scroll on down to where I saved the extracted folder, which is my data storage. From here I'm going to go to my ISO images, and then from there to my downloads. And from here I'm going to open up the Metasploitable Linux 2.0.0 folder, and I'm going to open up the next folder. Now, VirtualBox will only associate with the one image that is suitable for this hard disk. It will not look at any others. In this case, it is the VM.dk file. And I'm now going to select it, and I'm going to say Open, and say Create, and the importation is complete. With the virtual machine appliance imported into VirtualBox, we're now ready to launch Metasploitable2 and begin exploring some of its features. So I'm just going to make sure that it's highlighted, and I'm going to go up to the taskbar and click on the green Start button. Metasploitable will quickly launch and it'll quickly install and come up to a command prompt. Just give it a moment. So once Metasploitable2 has completed its installation, we now have to read what is written so that we can establish what is the username and password for this installation. And if we look down here, you'll see that the password and the username is msfadmin for both. So I've typed in msfadmin for the username. I'm going to hit enter. Now I'm going to type in the password, which is the same as the username. Now you won't be able to see the password being typed. This is the default behavior for Linux. So once I have the password typed in, I'm just going to hit enter, and notice that my command prompt changes to let me know that I am now logged on to Metasploitable2. So now that we've logged on, the next thing we need to do is go ahead and set the root password. And we do this by typing in the command sudo space passwd space root. I'm going to go ahead and do that for you. So for this to work, we have to type in the existing password for the administrator. So I'm going to type that in real quick. Now it wants the new root password. So I'm going to type that in. Type it in one more time. And now the password was updated successfully. Since just about everything we do in Linux requires root access, I'm going to go ahead and type in su. I'm going to type in my root password that I just created. And you'll notice now that I am logged on as root. So the next thing we want to do is go ahead and check our current TCP/IP configuration, and to do this I'm going to use the ifconfig command. And you can see that we currently have an IP address of 10.0.2.15 assigned to us, and that is currently assigned to our Ethernet 0 network adapter. Now we're picking up this address courtesy of the DHCP server that comes with VirtualBox. So the next thing I want to show you is how we go about shutting down or restarting Metasploitable gracefully. And to do this, we're going to use the shutdown command. So I'm going to type in shutdown. I'm logged on as root, by the way. If you're not logged on as root, this command will not work. Okay, so I'm going to type in shutdown space -r. Now I have to give it a time. So I'm just going to type in 1. Now the 1 means 1 minute. So I'm going to shut down, or I'm going to restart this machine in exactly 1 minute. And if I hit enter, it tells you that the system's going down for reboot in 1 minute. So Metasploitable has come back up, and now I'm going to log on as root. Type in that root password that we created earlier. And now if I decide that I want to shut down, I can also use the shutdown command. And if you want to know what variables or what options you have with the shutdown command, you can type in --help. And that will bring up all the different switches that you can use with the shutdown command. But for us, all I just have to do is just give it a time. And I'm going to type in shutdown and the number 1 again for shutdown in 1 minute. So the system is going down for maintenance in 1 minute. In this short video, you saw how easy it was to import an appliance inside of VirtualBox using the downloadable image for Metasploitable2. And we can do the same thing for Kali. And there's other images that we can also import as appliances into a VirtualBox and or VMware. And you also saw how to shut down and to reboot Metasploitable2 using the command prompt. So that's all I got for you right now, and I hope to see you in my next video.